Hey, welcome back to my channel Duct Tape Mechanic, and in this video I'm going to show you how to disassemble a stackable Maytag or Whirlpool dryer. You may need to disassemble it to replace the heating element or replace the rollers or the belt. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Alright, so here is the dryer in question. It's a stackable unit. This particular one's a Maytag, but the way to disassemble this thing is pretty much going to be the same regardless of whether it's a Maytag, Whirlpool, or Kenmore. All these stackable units pretty much come out exactly the same. If you're curious, that is the model number for this particular one. But the very first thing you want to do is make sure it's unplugged from the back. After unplugging it, there's two screws that we need to take off in the back to take off this front cover. I'm just going to flip this thing around just to show you. There's just two 1/4-inch screws. What we do is we can push the top back and lift it out of there. This particular one the previous owner said it was very loud, and I can almost already tell the rollers or the idler pulley are pretty much jammed up because this won't even turn. Or it turns, but it's very difficult. Next, we'll be removing these two screws, so 1 and 2. Then we should be able to just pull this panel off. Alright, so with those clips off there, you can undo the panel from the main board. Just one connector there, and just get that out of the way as well. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and undo the lid switch right here, or the door switch I should say, since it's the dryer. There we go. Alright, so after that, we're going to go ahead and just lean the dryer all the way back, like so. Lean it up against the wall, and we're going to have to undo these 3 screws. 1, 2, and 3. Got those 3 screws in the bottom removed. You have to remove these 5 screws. 1, 2, 3. Then you open the door and remove 4 and 5. The bottom 2 are Phillips screws. Everything else is a hex screw. Now after those 5 screws come off, this whole door is going to come forward, so please be aware of that. We'll be removing this panel right here. To do that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 screws on the top right here. That's the 5th one right there. Now it's time to go ahead and unplug the moisture sensor, which is right here. And then we'll also be undoing these 4 screws. So we got 1 on the bottom. I'm just going to move my camera back real quick. So 1, 2, then we got 3, and the 4th one up here that allow this bulkhead to get loose, and we're just going to lift it up and out of there. The bulkhead has been removed, and the main complaint for this one was that it's a loud dryer. I wonder why. Take a look at that wheel right there, the roller wheel. Completely just busted off. Alright, so the last step is to remove this drum, and before we could do that, we need to loosen up the belt. And in order to do that, we need to just take it off of the idler pulley, which is that white wheel right there. And to do that, we're gonna go ahead and push that wheel to the left and
take it off, take the belt off that wheel and the motor pulley. I'm going to try to demonstrate that with one hand, and I got one hand on the camera as well. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but here I am, pushing it to the left, my left. I'm sitting in front of the dryer, and then with my fingers, which is right here, and I'm just going to loop it off of the motor pulley right there, and let it go. We're off.
Now we should just be able to just grab the drum right here and pull it right out. The issue is worse than I thought. It's mostly due to negligence and not actually cleaning out the lint after each dryer use. Look at this. But check this out. The idler pulley is absolutely just frozen. I don't know how this thing was spinning at all, but it's not just the roller that I took off. Take a look at this roller. This one's just completely busted up. That one's okay. But anyways, I'm just going to vacuum this whole thing up, replace the rollers, most likely either replace this pulley or clean it up. Most of the time you can just clean it up and send it on its way, but vacuum it up. But yeah, that's how you take this thing apart. So whether you need to replace the heating element, any of the thermostats, or the rollers, idler pulley, the belt, it's all the same procedure. These things have a lot of screws, and it can be a little bit more complicated than a traditional dryer to pull apart. If you don't believe me, that's the number of screws I took off to get this thing apart. But that's kind of why I made this video. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this whole thing up and come back and we'll reassemble it. So this thing is all fixed and vacuumed up to the best of my abilities. As you could tell, the rollers are nice and smooth now. The idler pulley is also very smooth. So we're just going to be reassembling this thing. The reassembly is pretty much the same as how we disassembled it, but I will spend a little bit of time showing you how to reassemble the belt onto the idler and motor pulleys. Other than that, everything is straightforward, so let's get to it. Alright, go ahead and just grab the drum and just stick it out in there. You can just also hold it by the belt if you need to. Just guide it in.
Alright, so I've kind of shoved my camera down here. We just got the belt hanging right here, and here's the idler pulley. This is probably the toughest part, particularly if you've never done this before, so I just wanted to show you. So we've got the belt, the rib side is facing up, and so I'm going to grab the belt and the idler and pull it to the left, and hopefully the focus is okay. There we go. And we're going to grab that, and as we pull, if you can see my finger right here, we're making a little bit of a loop, and that loop is what we're going to pull on to the motor pulley. So let's just do that and loop, put that loop onto the motor pulley right there, and that's it. The belt is on there nice and tight. It is on the motor pulley, and that is how it should look.
Once the belt's on there, go ahead and put the bulkhead on. Don't forget to plug the moisture sensor back in. You can put this piece on. After this piece is on there, go ahead and put the door back on there. Just remember to feed the door wire through underneath here, and make sure you plug it back into the connector. Then we're going to put the interface panel back on. Just make sure you feed the wire through this hole right here. last but not least, go ahead and put the cover back on. Alright, so that is how you disassemble and reassemble a Maytag, Kenmore, or Whirlpool stacked dryer. They're a little bit more complicated than regular dryers, but they are not impossible to disassemble and figure out what's going on with them. So if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.